Welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA alongside 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo, who's dressed like it's the Arctic out here.
Not good shorts on.
You do have shorts on. We're just a couple guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a completely different perspective. Mick?
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
That was a few days ago now.
Well, we haven't been together. On this,
Sit forward.
we haven't been together since
Before the New Year's. Before Christmas.
before Christmas.
Yeah.
The last time we were here, Brooks Koepka was a member of LIV.
He's not anymore.
He isn't now.
No, he's gone.
So we've got a few things we've got a lot of things we've actually got to catch up
You've got
on.
like more notes I've ever seen.
I've got a small book.
I've got no notes.
Some of this has to pertain to the new rules
Of golf?
Yes. Did you hear about this?
I read a little bit of it.
We also had LIV got rejected by a player.
Did?
Yeah. Yep.
Mr. Bhatia?
The aforementioned rules changes. We've got 6 new rules that the PGA Tour guys are going to be following now, that the USGA and the RNA have come up with some new guidelines. Guidelines. And sir, did you hear that the PGA of America CEO is
he's
resigning?
gone. Family reasons.
Family
Family.
reasons.
Spend more time with his family.
Before though, we need to. No. Oh wait, you don't think it's about his mom and his mother-in-law?
No.
Oh,
It's a good excuse though.
well, we're gonna get into it. But before we do that, I do want to take some time to share some sad news. Unfortunately, an extended member of our Tales family, Slim's stepdaughter, Maya, passed away over the weekend. So, of course, you and I extend our thoughts and our condolences and our prayers to Slim and his family. And it affects the entire Tales family.
Yes.
So we are with Slim. We will keep you guys up to date when he returns. That's also why we're back here
At
at our good friends at Twin Peaks, because while Slim's away, we'll go play.
Yeah, we'll go play in different areas and stuff like that. Also, my good mate Grizzle, as you know, he lost his grandfather last week, and funeral was was yesterday, 2 days ago,
a couple of days ago.
So yeah, all the boys reached out to him, and we had a nice little drink there and at Guston's. But yeah, so we thought we'd reach out, and we think about you, mate.
Grizz, we're thinking about you, buddy. Okay. So if you want to get into some actual golf talk,
Yeah, let's go golfing.
let's grip it and rip it. Okay. Oh, you're starting to drink already. Yep. Label's out, but they're still not with us.
Yep.
Okay, here it is. We finished our last recording on Friday, December 19th from right here. We were in this we were over there. We were having a Christmas party out there.
Yeah, then we moved to in here.
And then you and I moved in here, and then we went back out there.
Yeah.
And continued the party for a few more hours.
And I might have gone somewhere else.
And then you went out somewhere else. And then on the 23rd, Brooks Koepka announced that he was departing LIV.
Family reasons.
For family reasons. Now, I have heard various reports about what that family reason was. And if it is the case, my heart breaks
that is the case.
So my heart breaks for them. But at the same time, I'm glad he's making that decision to be with his wife and his
I think he's okay
kid.
financially.
I think he's going to be okay. But let me ask you this. Does this now open up a pathway for him to come back sooner than what would probably have been normally that the PGA Tour will want to keep him suspended?
I don't know, because I don't know how long the suspensions are for.
Well, it depends. It depends on which player that has or has not departed from LIV.
Yeah, I mean, but
And
how
there are-
long before they can come back? Is it a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years?
Well,
10
some
years?
some who have not played since 2024 can't come back until 2027.
So it's a 3-year suspension.
Sounded like it.
But no one's really set in stone what the suspension
There's
is.
nothing really floating.
No, there is nothing. I'm sure he'll end up back on the PGA Tour.
Do you think that happens in 2026?
No. 100% no.
You think he'll be playing independently, a little DP World Tour, some casual, and just play the majors?
He'll play the majors. I'm sure that he'll get invites to play in different parts of the world, which he may go do that because he's a good name and he might bring a lot of people to it. So I think there's definitely a chance you'll see him playing golf somewhere.
Do you think this opens the door for others to come back and walk away? Now, officially today, Bryson DeChambeau did announce that he is returning to LIV for 2026, so that he can continue with the Crushers. My question to you, though, is if Brooks is allowed back, and there's speculation out there and rumors that because he's a major champion, they would lift that ban for him sooner.
But
would you support that?
But does he have a PGA Tour card?
Well, that's the question.
He doesn't have a PGA Tour card. He has certain to play majors, but
he has a PGA Tour sanctioned win.
Yes. But again, this is such a gray area that no one has touched, no one's reached out to. I don't even know if they've done their homework on, okay, when someone comes back from LIV, who's won a major or who hasn't won a major, obviously haven't won a major, then you're going to come back with nothing.
Well, there's four that would qualify because
stay there at LIV.
They're using the benchmark of Phil's last win. Anything post that win in a major, there's 4 guys that would qualify.
That would be Brooks.
That would be Brooks. That would be Bryson.
That would be Cameron Smith, probably.
Cam Smith.
And who's the other one?
Yeah, I can't remember right now. But I was going to say, would you as a, because you and I are fans of both. I mean, we don't think LIV belongs, but we're not anti, these guys.
I'm not anti-LIV by any stretch of the imagination. I think, but now that they're 4 rounds and if they get world ranking points, it could actually start to, now that the PGA Tour have shut things down a little bit, making it a little harder to get on the PGA Tour, that maybe there is a room for both.
I kind of see that. I mean, I think you and I have been on the same page on this, and you brought me to this page. We would rather see more guys playing DP World Tour events, and continuing to grow the DP World Tour and strengthen these tournaments that are not in the United States during this time. And if they are going to this scarcity, which again, are here in the first week of January, we should be talking about the Century starting tonight or tomorrow.
There was a drought
tonight, but there was a drought. But have you seen the photos of Kapalua?
Yeah, it didn't look very droughty.
Didn't look very dry. It looked like it was very playable conditions.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a word, droughty, but it didn't look very droughty.
It didn't look droughty.
That's the word I'm going with.
It looked very lush.
Looked very greeny.
Yeah.
But again, that's just pictures. We don't know. They could have been photoshopped with the world of AI, and who knows? It's just, you never know.
We trust in the leadership of the PGA Tour. With that said, do you think there's anyone else coming back, do you think? Or do you think 26 is set?
It's set now.
Okay.
They are set now.
Let me ask you this question.
What's his name? There was a retirement.
There was a retirement.
Nino Pereira. Is that his name? I don't know.
I believe so.
Yeah, he retired.
He did?
After should have won a major.
Should have major. There's a lot that should have won a major.
He should have there. If you want to see a bad swing on the 18th, I'll go back and watch that one. Mito Pereira, watch that one. One of my good friends, Scott McGuinness, was caddying for him. Just watch a bad swing on the 18th.
Okay.
You talk about choking.
Then this week, Akshay Bhatia reportedly rejected a LIV offer to move from over to Phil Mickelson's team. The 23-year-old lefty continues obviously to grow on the tour and become. I think he's going to fastly grow to be one of the faces of the PGA Tour.
Yeah, good move.
And then ironically, guess what? He announces that he's not going to join LIV, and then he was playing in a TGL event that night.
Hmm.
It's amazing how that works.
It is amazing how some money works.
Um,
TGL.
Now,
Go drive.
did you hear this? Thomas Dietrich, our Waste Management Open winner of this past season, headed over to LIV.
He's gone.
He joins Elvis Smiley, Victor Perez, and Laurie Cantor that have defected.
Another Aussie.
Another Aussie.
Take the money and run.
And then the last time you and I were here, Siwoo Kim had been announced that he was heading over there. That was proven to be false by your guy, Rex Hoggard. So any additional thoughts, changes, happenings?
Sexy Rexy fixed that one. No, that was not happening.
Got to the bottom of it.
Not happening.
No. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Let's live.
So
done with live. Move on.
We're moving on. Back to the tour.
Yep.
Rules changes by the PGA Tour, as reported yesterday by Golf.com's Alan Bastable.
Don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a pretty big guy up there at Golf.com. 6 new rule changes to the PGA Tour that are effective immediately. And these will take place next week, starting with the Sony Open. Have you had a chance to review these changes, sir?
Let's go.
Okay.
Bring them to me.
Oh, I'm so excited. You haven't even heard these things yet?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Now, originally, I was confused. Not a surprise. PGA Tour was incorporating new rules that were not conforming to the USGA and RNA, but that is false because magically, as the new year started, the USGA and the RNA on New Year's Day approved these new rules and sanctions.
So they finally got together.
They got together on New Year's. Maybe they were celebrating.
Probably over a few whiskeys and a cigar.
I think they were doing something because when you see some of these, woo, I can tell you. Here's a quote from Steve Rintoul.
Steve Rintoul.
Rintoul, yes.
An Australian too, by the way.
PGA Tour's VP of Rules and Officiating. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, he's an Aussie. Move on.
Good
man.
Well, this makes sense of his comment. Good common sense outcomes for the game at the highest level, a continuation of what was established with the 2019 modernization of the rules. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, so with that said,
no change.
Here are a few new changes, and with a brief explanation, and then what I want from you, sir. So if you're ready, your initial thought when you hear the rule. Has this ever happened to you, or have you ever encountered this during a round or an event?
Ooh, good
question. And if so,
good questions coming up here.
What was it? Are you ready? Rule number 1.
I like this. Let's go.
Player has not played from the wrong place when unaware ball might have moved.
Well,
let me give you
if he's unaware, that means someone dubbed him in on camera.
So if it is determined that a player moved his ball, but he didn't know that he moved his ball, he will be penalized only 1 shot instead of the 2 shots for not returning his ball to its original resting place.
Good rule.
Do you know what this...
is this the Patrick Reed rule?
This is the Shane Lowry rule from 2025 at Port Rush.
Yes.
Shane was caused his ball to move fractionally in a practice swing on the 12th hole, but instead he had no idea he had done so. He continued on. It wasn't until post round when they zoomed in and showed him that he intentionally or he accidentally moved his ball that he saw it. Now, instead of fighting with them, I think Shane took the right thing, and he, as I quote, the last thing I want to do is sit there and argue and not take the penalty and then get slaughtered all over social media tonight as a cheat. Have you ever seen this where the ball has moved and a player has not declared it so?
No.
Okay.
No, I have not.
You like this rule change?
I like the rule change for the 1 shot. I don't like that certain players only have cameras on them. So they are scrutinized. Every player in the field doesn't have a camera on him.
Right.
So the fact that if you're up in the lead or you're in 40th place, the guy in 40th place doesn't have cameras on him, so he doesn't know. The guy in 2nd place has cameras on him, so he can get penalized. I don't think that's fair.
I agree. That's where
Yeah, I don't.
Technology should not be involved.
No, technology shouldn't be involved at all.
You should have a rules official, or as we play,
Mm.
when we are out, you would call that infraction,
Yes.
or just say, "Hey, mate," or "Buddy,
Mm.
Mick, your ball moved," and you would probably, or "Hey, Mick, did you know that your ball moved?" Now,
No. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of that because, like I said, there's it's not fair for everybody. It's not a everybody doesn't have camera on them.
here's the one. Um, here's the rule. I think you and I are probably going to need to spend some time on. Limited or extended relief for embedded ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, in simple terms, ball players comes to rest in another player's pitch mark. Let me use that language very specifically. He may take free relief previously. Players were only granted relief if their ball was settled in its own pitch mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mick, do you want to explain to our amazing audience that may or may be just getting involved in the game of golf, what is the difference between a pitch mark and a divot?
Well, a pitch mark is where the ball flies and lands, and the hole it makes when the ball hits the said soft turf leaves a nice little ball indentation.
And a divot?
Is when you take a big old chunk of grass with a club that you are swinging.
Okay. So here's my question, sir.
Yes.
Where do you lie with you hit that nice baby fade into the middle of the fairway, Parla's in the group in front of you, and he took a beaver pelt, didn't replace it, your ball ends up in the beaver pelt.
Unlucky.
You fall in the unlucky category.
Unlucky.
You don't think you should receive relief?
No.
Okay.
Unlucky. Just opening up Pandora's box when it comes to divots, because then someone's going to say, hey, this looks like an old divot. And then we're going to have go through, well, is it really an old divot? Is it not an old divot? It's like, no. And then what do you claim? It's like, well, it's a divot that was taken obviously 2 days ago. It's a sandfield divot. It's obviously, no, I don't. Divot's just part of the game of golf.
Right.
Now,
So
landing in an old ball mark, that's different. Pitch mark, that's completely different.
So I am with you on this, which that's sometimes shocking that we agree
A
on
little bit.
something.
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit. I
Um,
might have to have a drink over that one.
but what is my biggest pet peeve on the green?
Well, pitch marks, because you fix like 20 of them every time you touch a green, which is good. And I'm proud of you for the fact we're doing that. But yeah, pitch marks on the green,
Yeah,
which you are allowed to fix.
you are allowed to fix. It's now nice though that you're going to be able to fix and move your ball if you have landed in somebody else's. So
Do you fix them on the fairway if you see them?
I have had set.
I just stand on them.
Well, that's usually the way you fix them.
Hmm.
You don't. I mean, most of the time, unless you're playing in some really wet conditions, an embedded ball where you get a mud ball, that's, do you think this is going though to leak into my ball just landed in a pitch mark and now I get to pick it up, clean it off and
No, a pitch
replace
mark's
it?
way different than a divot, that's for sure. No, I don't think this one's going to create too much trouble.
Okay.
And this is only going to be certain times of the year anyway, like when it's wet and whatever.
Okay.
I did watch Charles Howell have an interesting one time and lift, clean, and place.
Really?
This was in, I think it might have been in Syracuse. Lift, clean, and place. Par 5. Hit driver down there and hit a nice, huge, big pitch mark, got to move his ball, and then he sat it right on top of the pitch mark so he could hit driver again, and then the ball moved and fell back into the pitch mark.
Oh,
That's to play it from where it was.
yeah, you do.
And he had to hack it out with a wedge.
Okay. Now, the interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't happen normally for you and I during a round, but the internal out of bounds. So, in simple terms, internal out of bounds is the designated out of bounds only for shots played from the teeing area.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that the guys wanted to do at the renovated East Lake was take the ball down 10 off of the 18th tee, because then it had an open shot. That would be deemed still out of bounds.
Correct.
Now, if you're like me and you snap hook a driver over into the 10th fairway, I can now play down the 10th fairway and continue to play it into 18.
Mm-hmm.
which beforehand could have been deemed out of bounds.
Hmm. So they're getting rid of internal out of bounds?
They're
Is that what-
getting rid of internal out of bounds, only your shots that are not from the teeing area.
Hmm.
So, and let me see if I've got one on that. What drove this rule change? Here it is. PGA Tour players will take any edge. Any golfer will take any edge, by the way. Thank you to our friends at golf.com for writing this, including to say playing down an opposing fairway to effectively make the hole shorter. To
Yes.
discourage this tactic and protect its integrity as host sites, the tour has at times installed internal OB.
Fact.
At the Sony Open at Walalay, the tour has employed internal OB on 2 different holes. Same goes for the 18th hole at the Players Championship, where before 2021, players would launch their tee shots over the lake to the 9th hole, which then set up an easier angle into the green. The OB is curbed such has curbed such sly shot making to create another problem. So, with that, are you okay with this new internal out of bounds? This sounds like more of a if I'm playing in a big tournament type, and it fits our
I'm trying to think. It's been on quite a few courses I've been to where guys would take advantage and yeah, I don't mind that rule change.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that rule change, but because there was certain sometimes when you're trying to cut corners or you're going up different fairways, sometimes it's a harder tee shot. You got to be really careful with that tee shot sometimes when you do that, and it's like no, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's fair.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites.
Okay. Rule number 3. Immovable obstructions close to the putting green.
Mm-hmm.
Immovable. Simple terms, players may be granted extra relief from the apron or fringe if an immovable obstruction, not just sprinkler head, is in their line of play.
Well, what would it be immovable? Well, what does that mean? What's going to be in the way apart from a sprinkler head?
Microphones got pulled.
Well, normally they just move them.
Well, that's what they're saying. The player can't fix that right now. He said that numerous cases where microphones got pulled and left a huge hole, and guys were like, "Well, what now?" And I was like, "Well, if that was a sprinkler head, I can help you, but I can't." So in the case,
I get that. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, because you've had to move microphones before, and you've had to move cables and things like that. So, and yeah, I get that. That's fair.
Okay. Here's another one that I think will help some of the guys. I think for the guys like that are in your category as caddies, you're going to be upset because you're going to have a lot of extra equipment floating around in your bag. Rule change: broken or significantly damaged club replaced with a similar club purpose. Player can repair or replace a significantly damaged club mid-round with components from his or her bag, assuming the damage was not caused by abuse. So,
I thought you were allowed to do that anyway. Like if you broke a driver, you were allowed to replace it.
well, according to what they are saying here, the
Like if the
replacement club must fill the gap created when the player took the broken or damaged club out of play to ensure the progression of the set as maintained. That was part of it. Rule 4.1b is modified to allow the replacement club to be built from its parts being carried by or for the player or for any player who is playing on the course.
So basically, if he breaks a club on a tree while playing a shot,
right, and
they can take it back to the van and replace it and get it reshafted.
No,
No,
you have to have that amazingly in your bag.
oh, yeah. Like
So
that.
I'll give you an example.
How
You hit a tee shot
is
and
so dumb.
your club head of your driver goes flying off.
Yep.
You didn't do that because you were slamming your club head into the ground.
Unless I've got another club head in the bag,
right. If
which
you
I've actually carried before.
yes, now you can replace that without any
Yeah.
penalty.
No, I've carried extra club driver heads in the bag before. Yeah.
Okay, this one is the big one. This one gives me
Anxiety.
no, actually makes me feel good. But this is the one that we abuse the most in a outing. Preferred lies modification. In simple terms, the relief area for preferred lies has been reduced from a club length of about up to 46 inches to the scorecard length of about 11 inches.
Good call.
So instead of whipping your driver out
Or your long putter.
or the longest putter you got, you now
Great,
can
great.
only use a scorecard.
Great rule.
I agree.
Full scorecard or half a scorecard?
It says up to 11 inches. So full scorecard.
Great rule.
I love this. And I think that should help with some folks out there that like to bend the rules a little bit and use that driver to prefer their lies, especially when they're around trees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great rule.
Are you ready?
Yep.
That's about it. That's the 6 rule changes.
Yeah, that's nothing dramatic there.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, actually, that's very good forward thinking, by the way. All of those I agree
I'm
with.
glad that the
I agree with those.
Rules and Competition Committee came up with that, and I think the USGA and RNA finally got something right instead of messing with the golf.
Maybe that's because Steve Rintoul's in charge, a good Australian. He was a good golfer back in the day.
Okay.
Good golfer.
Moving on.
Yes.
TGL.
Yes, 2-0, baby.
2-0, the Atlanta Drive,
Sit
the
back and
defending
Stressed.
champs. You said before we went on break, you were going to watch that match on the 28th. Did you have a chance to watch that?
I was sitting in Guston's and we watched. I've watched a lot of both of them actually. It's been fun.
Yeah, I was able to watch both. Actually caught the tail end the other night driving home here in Atlanta. Shout out to Brian Katrick and John McGinnis for doing the radio play-by-play of
I thought
that.
you were watching it when you were driving. I was like,
No, Nick, that's a no-no. Do you see me driving my truck watching something on my screen?
No.
Okay. What do you make of the new changes with TGL? Do you like the new green complex?
yes,
I agree.
yes. I like the whole thing. The whole thing
I
is
do
fun to watch. The banter between the players and stuff. It's just fun. It's different. I like it.
You like it.
And Atlanta's winning something,
And it,
which is not good.
one
It's
of
been
our,
a bad week for Atlanta sports.
a bad week or a good week,
Good and bad.
depending on how you look at it.
Well, I mean, I could go through and say the Falcons got rid of all their front office, thank God, and Rich McKay, by. Yeah, and then the Braves have a new manager, Trey Young. He gone. So there's been a lot going on.
Yeah, I will say, for what I do normally, we've had a great week.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a great couple of weeks here in the next couple of weeks as they go through interviews, and we're gonna hear about all sorts of new people coming on board.
I know who
did
Mick
you
wants.
see
I know who
today?
Mick wants.
Mike McDaniel
Yeah, he gone.
let go.
He's never getting a head coaching job again.
Rumored to be looking at the Detroit Lions OC position.
That'd be good for the Detroit because you guys gassed it with your crappy head coach.
Oh boy. Okay. He just wants to take digs at poor Dan Campbell. Okay. Did you also hear the news?
What's that?
And Mick, I think they're listening to our podcast.
Oh.
Which is a little scary. Oh, wait. This is one of the things. Upgrades, SoFi Green Zone, you liked, that's the one thing. Viewership has been down.
I want.
TGL.
Yeah, it's a.
But you know what?
It's holidays.
I think it's
There's
hard.
a lot going on this time of the year.
Holidays. It was also you on a Sunday up against the NFL.
Yeah, bad time of the year. We actually discussed that earlier in the year. Why would you start it against the NFL?
We did. But Mick, are you ready for this?
Yes.
And I think the brass at the LPGA Tour is listening to us. Just this week, the LPGA Tour and Tomorrow Sports announced the formation of WTGL, the Women's TGL Golf League, which will start in the winter of 26-27. Now, my only problem so far is that they're talking about doing this in late October, November, and they are going to try to go up against the NFL. Why? Please.
Good luck.
Craig, listen. Open the ears.
Good luck.
Clean them out.
Yeah, that would be pointless.
Don't do that.
That could be one of the worst. That could be one of the worst rated sports things ever.
It's the worst time. You've got holidays. You start.
Not that I'm bagging women's sports by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
I think it's
we're
great.
celebrating this.
I think it's a great.
I
move,
thought
but
this was great.
There's a time and a place.
I would at some point.
I don't know when you could do that because there's a lot of sport goes on in this country.
Wait, I see again, going back to how TGL launched last year and what they've done. You take over Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and even an occasional Wednesday during the wintertime when there's nothing going on. I mean,
I know, I get it.
Why not do that? You can even go a little bit later.
Yeah.
You know,
the LPGA
9 o'clock.
The LPGA do some strange things.
Well, we're trying to get them straightened out.
Not working.
I'm glad to see this. I was excited to see this. Now, of course, the first thing I hear is, well, why don't they just put the women with the men? And I was like, I like that. I would love to see a combined group at some point.
Eventually that could happen.
You've got a very expensive venue. Obviously, that
we could have an indoor Ryder Cup.
You could do an indoor Ryder Cup.
It'd be funny.
You could find creative ways to rent that thing out to some big corporations.
Have an indoor. Yeah, I like the indoor Ryder Cup. I just come up with that idea. If that happens,
that's trademarked by
my
Mick.
idea.
Yeah,
my idea.
Okay. Last, but certainly not least, Mick. Did you hear this? Yesterday, PGA Tour announced that Derek Sprague is stepping down.
Yeah, he gone
after just 1 year. Reasons for the resignation, as you mentioned earlier, family priorities for his mother and his mother-in-law, which is you and I both completely understand. I'm dealing with some father issues right now. You have your dad. We discussed that, I believe, on the last podcast as well.
I think we did, yes.
So with aging parents, I understand. But here's my thing, Mick. Where does this leave us with the PGA of America professionals? The PGA show, which is January 20th, that's normally when the CEO of the PGA of America kind of lays out his plan for the year for the over 30,000 PGA
well, I think he's got,
teaching
obviously this hasn't been a decision that's happened in the last 2 weeks. I think this has been going on for a while, and I think that hopefully there's a contingency plan in place.
Well, but okay.
And the second in charge is getting ready to go.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, except here's my challenge with that. Are you ready? The PGA of America executive branch is currently missing their chief commercial officer, which was the departure of Jeff Prince to the Heisman Trophy Trust, which I believe is a NIL organization, as their CEO.
I'd start on that. No, get me going down that path.
Their chief operating officer, the aforementioned Craig Kressler, who is now running the LPGA as the commissioner.
There's a job for you.
The chief executive officer now is open. Mick, should we submit our resumes?
I think you should. You got more chance than I have.
Based on what?
You're a little bit more knowledgeable than me with the sports thing, because what you do for a living. Yeah, but I'd be a good job for you.
Maybe I should go for the president of football for the Atlanta Falcons then.
No, that job's already set.
Oh, that job's already taken. I thought it was an open interview.
Well, it is an open interview. Unless you're Matt Ryan, then you're going to get the job.
Okay. Well then, speaking of the NFL, congratulations, sir. You officially
2-0, baby.
Took the title, back-to-back championships.
2-0, baby.
That lead did shrink at the end.
Doesn't matter. What did I win by? What did I win by?
2.
That's enough. That's enough.
My biggest flaw. You ready for this?
Lions.
I took nope. You and I took the Lions. Arizona Cardinals, and you had the San Francisco 49ers. 9-win difference.
That was it.
That was
One team, baby.
One pick.
2-0. Australia 2, USA 0 in the NFL.
That is
Maybe you're gonna have to start picking cricket results.
maybe I should.
Yeah.
You've
We just
been promising me
spanked England at that
you-
too, by the way.
been promising me to teach me that for
We just beat
years.
we beat the living daylights out of England, so that was good.
Do you have anything else? We've got the
Did I?
Sony Open this upcoming week. Are you excited?
Did I actually a little bit? Actually,
Oh,
I'm gonna throw.
you're going into your
I'm
wallet.
gonna throw a plot. See the dust?
Oh,
I'm gonna throw
a plug.
a plug. So I picked up because I've been driving Uber lately.
Yeah.
I picked up a gentleman yesterday. I was wearing this Titleist hat,
Nice.
and he said to me, "Are you a golfer?" And I was like, "100% I am." This guy was
What gave it away?
so addicted to so addicted to golf. I've never seen a guy play so many different golf courses, show me so many different pictures. He does a custom cleaning of detailing of cars and stuff like that. So he took me into his office,
Wow.
into his shop, and I've never seen so many flags. Like of a guy who's
He's
played
got pin flags.
pin flags of every place he's ever been to,
Wow.
and it was nuts. And this guy's name is S.J. Jones.
Okay.
Sincere is actually his first name. He's a detailing specialist. Gave me a $250 gift card to get my car detailed, and gave me a nice tip. Took my number. He knew everything about the Robert Allaby story. He knew everything about the Will Wilcox hole-in-one. This guy was a golf guru when it comes to. He knew everything about everything when it comes to golf.
Did you give him the Google my name line?
He actually kind of knew. I think I knew who I was.
Once
we started to do things. So he goes, "What's your last name?" And I put it in there, and it all came up. And then he took photos with me and stuff like that. He was very excited. So,
well, congratulations.
S.J. Jones, great guy, and yes, now another avid listener to the Tales of the Tips podcast.
Well,
But
welcome.
I said I'd give him a shout because great guy, wonderful for a guy.
He does
this guy loves. Like I've never heard anyone love golf so much.
Well,
and like pictures and just it was
Well,
like
if you say he's worth it, then I got 4 cars that we got to get detailed. So
done up there in Kennesaw, Georgia. Very good.
well, he's right here with us.
He is right around the
Right
corner.
around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Okay. Well, sir, next week we actually get back to some real golf.
Yeah, Hideki Matsuyama.
Hideki, yes.
He's going to win again.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's going back to back.
He's going back. Well, didn't he win the Century though last year?
No, I mean like tournaments.
Oh,
because he won the last one.
he did. He won the Hero.
Yeah, and
so
now,
you think he's going to come
now
back out?
He's going to win this one.
Who do you have winning the national title in football?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. So they play tonight. Speaking of, the coach is on right now.
I really want Ole Miss to win just to give it to Lane. Actually, Indiana, I would probably like to win because one of my really good friends is a big Indiana fan, and he will be going. He's actually his daughter goes to Ole Miss, so he's actually at the game tonight. He flew his daughter out there. They're at the game tonight, and I know it's going to happen if Indiana wins that he'll end up with a national championship as well.
Well, he'll be here.
Yes.
Oh no, that's down in Miami.
It's down in Miami.
Yeah.
So he'll be in Miami. He'll get a.
We got Indiana here against Oregon tomorrow night. Yep. I got a good friend of mine, Chris, over at A&B. He played for the Hoosiers when they were not very good. So he's got a full accompaniment of folks. By the way, he works for A&B. So he's, I said, man, how lucky can you get? You work for the organization that's hosting the semifinal game, and your alma mater is going to be there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's like
Indiana. There you go.
He's going to.
I think it's weird that Indiana is 14-0 at football and Nebraska is 14-0 at basketball.
It's kind of crazy.
That's kind of weird. You wouldn't have seen that happen 30 years ago. I can assure you.
No, we would have flip-flopped that. Well, sir, next week we're back. Sony Open. We start previewing. By the way, did you see the announcement? Scotty Scheffler will return.
Yes, at the American Express, whatever thing that is.
The American Express, and he declared for the Waste Management. So he's going to be playing the Waste Management. So good to see the reigning PGA Tour player.
The man that never finished outside the top 25 in every event last year.
And by the way, we didn't touch on this the last episode, but my guy, Aldrich Pocketer, as the Rookie of the Year.
I was waiting.
Anyway, thanks for teeing up with us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you doing that. You can find Tales from the Tips wherever you find your favorite podcast: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and of course on iHeart Podcasts. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Hit the like, subscribe, plus button, whatever you got to do. Hit that button. We appreciate you listening. Mick,
Yes.
you can catch us on all of our socials. Instagram, X, and your favorite,
TikTok.
TikTok. And of course, as these fine folks are catching, you can catch us live on Twitch. Just follow our channel, Tales from the Tips Pod. Our schedule is posted. I update it before we go live every single week.
Come down to Twin Peaks.
Or come and visit us at Twin Peaks Thursday nights, usually between 5 and 6 o'clock. We hang out here. We see James, Billy, the whole crew. Mick will be here quite often soon. So with that, sir, I'm glad we're back.
We're back.
I'm glad you are finished the season 9-0 last year with Greg. Congratulations.
I'm
glad
beaten, baby.
You're healthy.
Ish.
Ish.
Healthy-ish.
We'll see you next time. Keep your drive straight, your putt short, and your scores low on Tales from the Tips. See ya.